Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So today we are testing this Indesit washing machine. It is broken, apparently. I got told that it doesn't drain the water out, and yeah, that's all I got told. I've done the filter on it already. I made a video of doing that because I thought, oh, it could be something interesting in there, but nothing's in there. The pump impeller turns just fine, so I have a feeling it could be a PCB issue or something else. I don't really know. So I'm going to put it on a spin in this video and see if it actually turns, does all that correctly. And if it does, then I will put it on a 60-minute cotton wash and, you know, see if it can get through that fine. So yeah, without further ado, let's switch it on. This is what it was left as whenever I got it. Right, spin, let's spin there, and off we go. Okay, I think I know the issue already now, just hearing that. So I don't know if you heard, there was a relay that clicked, then it engaged and then disengaged. Yeah, it just did it again. So I have a feeling that the motor brushes are gone on the motor. So if it's the motor that's gone, then obviously we can put new brushes on it and see if it turns. Yeah, it's doing it again. Yeah, it's locked as well. The bearings and spider seem fine on it, so I'm not too worried about that. So I think I'll pause it, take the motor out, and we will give it a test. To be fair, I might just leave it, you know, doing this for a few minutes and see what the error code comes up with on the display. Not as if I really understand the whole light system error codes on these Indesits, but it'd be interesting to see what it's actually showing, if you know what I mean. I forgot to mention as well, this soap drawer is not the cleanest, that's for sure. It's pretty disgusting. I don't really know what it's like on the inside, but I don't really want to touch it. It's looking a bit black in there, but I can sort that out, I reckon. So yeah, I think you could just hear it there, to be fair. The relay's clicking. It's been trying again, but it's obviously not doing anything. It's a bit bent actually, I thought that was popped out. So the drum the drum's definitely been slamming around in this. It's got some marks on the soap drawer, you know. So it's got some gash marks on the glass actually, which I was a bit surprised to see. This wire needs wrapping up or something because it's gonna hit the weight on spin. No, it won't actually. But I'll put that to one side when I do fix it. You know what, I'm just going to abort it because it's not even doing anything too interesting. I haven't got time to wait for it to error, you know. So we'll get the motor off and we will change the brushes on it. So we are disconnected from the supply, so we can start work on it. Let's get that off and let's get that motor out. All right, disconnect the wires from the motor. Got to be pretty careful because it is quite sharp in here. Okay, right. So it uses a 10mm socket, if you're wondering. Standard stuff for an Indesit and hot points. Right, that's one out. Let me try and put that somewhere safe. Right, let's get the other one out. So that motor should just slide off, I think. Well, he says. Alright, let me tilt it forward actually, it might help. Can't really see what I'm doing. Bear with. Oh God, there we are. So that's that motor off. Let me try and slide it underneath the machine to get it off, or get it out even, actually. Okay, there we are. Looks a bit scorched in there, not gonna lie. It does turn quite easily, so that does probably indicate that the brushes are gone. There's like some white spots in it. It's probably for marking. But I think this motor should be okay to be saved anyways. I think it feels okay. It doesn't feel too bad. I'd be more concerned if it was making a ticking noise, because then that would mean one of the commutator bits have popped up, but I don't think that's happened in this case. So let me try and find some brushes, and then we'll pop them on and obviously pop it back in the machine and try it again. So I believe I found some identical brushes to this motor. Here they are. They're not too long, unfortunately, but that's all I've kind of got to work with. But they should do the trick to obviously see if this machine does work. So let me remove the old brushes and we'll see how long they are. I believe them brushes did come off a CE set motor, to be fair, so it should fit. Or possibly a Welling, actually, I don't know. Right. Let's get the first one off. Okay, right. Yeah, it looks like the brushes are the issue. That is way too low. There's literally nothing on that. Let me get it up close to the camera so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay, we're falling apart. There we are. Okay, yeah, there's the brush. That is way too short. I would have thought the other one's exactly the same. So let's get the other one off. Obviously, if the other one still has a bit of life, I will change it anyways, because, you know, while I've got it out, I might as well do both. You know, when you change your brushes, you never do just the one. Oh, for God's sake, the screw's gone inside. You always do both of them, obviously, even if one of them's fine. Right, okay. Yep, that one's exactly the same. So we'll change that, obviously. Right, okay. So I think I can use the holders that these ones use, as I think they're the same. Hang on, let me have a look. No, okay, they're not the same, but the brushes I believe are the same. So all I've got to do is pop this apart, take the old one out, pop this one apart, take this one out, and then pop it in like so. I think he says, although I think I need to take some plastic out for it to fit. Actually, no, bear with, I'm going to bend this bit of metal down and hopefully it'll fit. Okay, so I've broken that bit of metal off, so it should fit on now, fit in there. Yeah, but it fits in quite nicely. Okay, right, and then we need to put on this, which should hopefully fit or not fit. No, it doesn't want to go on. What is that? Bear with, I will work something out. Okay, so I've managed to find some brushes that will actually fit this. They're not as long as the other ones, unfortunately, but you know, they've got a bit of life on, and that should get this machine to last a few more years before the bearings die on it or what have you. So let's fit the brushes anyways. Yeah, right. Is that going to be? No, that'll be the wrong angle. Actually, to be fair, that could be an issue, because I think, yeah, these brushes I think are both the same angle, unless I angle them like so, angle them a bit differently. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, it should work, just I might have to angle them both differently. I don't know, I'll work it out. I always do. So where's my screwdriver? That would help. You know, it really does go to show just how unprepared I am. And I'm not even gonna lie, I am never prepared for these videos. I kind of just hit record and hope for the best, like I just did today with this Indesit. Right, let's put the last one in. This one probably be a bit harder to put in because it's never been screwed in before, I don't think. It would help as well if I actually had a decent screwdriver to use, but I don't know where they've all gone. Probably in the garage, to be fair, as I always dump them out there when I'm doing work on other machines and I like forget they're out there. Oh well, oh well, oh well, who cares? Right, okay, they're both on. Let's connect the wire up. Okay, that sounds all right so far anyways. Put them wires back into there. Right, yeah, the other brush. Right, let's see how this one's going to go on. Yeah, it's got to go here, I think. Yep, that looks okay. Right, let's get the last 2 screws in. Sorry if you can't really see what I'm doing. It is a bit of a pain recording and actually doing this, I can't lie. Like I think I've said in previous videos, this is why I never do repair videos, because I'm normally quite rubbish at filming them, so I do apologise. Hopefully within time I will obviously get better, but at the moment clearly I ain't getting any better with it. Alright, there we go. So I don't think I said earlier, I don't think I did say earlier, I might have done, I don't know. But this machine, the lady already had it for 8 months. She said to me it was quite new still. She said that, oh, it's only 8 months old, I've not had it for very long. So I kind of initially thought, oh, it's a new machine that she's bought and it's already died. But obviously when I got there, I saw it and I was like, well, that ain't very new. And I looked on the dates on the inside, which I haven't shown yet, and it's early 2016, I think, or something like that. I think the pressure switch, that was 2015, but that was December, and I think the sticker behind the door is 2016. Right, I think they're all tight. Can't really bloody tell with this stupid screwdriver, it's a load of rubbish. Right, let's connect it up. There we go. And just give it a bit of a turn. Yeah, sounds all right. All right, so let's get it in the machine and we will try again. So let's pop the motor back under the machine. To be fair, I probably could slide it in through that hole there, but it's probably a bit tight, so I'd rather do it like this as it's a bit easier. Right, sorry my arm will be in the way. Let me spin that motor so it's actually the right way. Okay, right, here we are. So now we've got to try and locate it back on them plastic lugs on the tub, which shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. You know, I say that and I'll probably will have a bit of trouble. Okay, so that's that on. Let's start putting them screws back in. You know what, I'll probably skip this part putting the screws back in because you probably won't even see what I'm doing anyways. So bear with. So after using my telekinesis powers, we have the screws back on. So let's pop these back on, the wires, like so. Okay, I think that's on. Let's pop this on, the earth. There we go, that's the motor all connected. Let's get the belt on now. Sounds a lot better actually. I should have done a before and after. When you used to spin the drum before, there was no sort of whine from the motor. It was very smooth, so that seems a lot better. I'll track the belt quickly, make sure it's kind of dead center in the middle of the pulley, and then we'll give it a test. Right, let's see what happens. Let's see if it works. So it's on spin only again. It is on, and let's press start. Right, let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, oh, well, there we are. It is turning now. So I believe that was the only thing wrong with this machine. Obviously, I will have to do tests, but that is looking promising so far, though. I'll let it do its thing, and then if it gets through to the end, then I'll come back. So that sounds like it was a success. For some reason, when it activated the high speed coil on the motor, it did seem to dip quite a bit. Don't really know why. Bit of a weird one. I think hopefully I may do a proper test washing it today. I'm not sure at the moment, but if I do, it'll be on the Hour Cotton number 14 with a few towels, and I suppose we will see if it works. Can't lie, I do think I'd rather this machine over the other Innexes I've had recently. It just is, I think the programs it's got are a lot better, and obviously I don't think they're as long either. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want to. Completely up to you, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.